Thank you, Lord.
Hallelujah. First, I want to give honor to God. Hallelujah. It's a blessing every time I get up and speak on His behalf. It's definitely an honor. I want to give honor to the angel of this house, Pastor Brooks, and his wife. I also want to give honor to the clergy, the members, my husband in his absence. I want to thank my children and my friends for supporting me tonight.
Amen.
I bring greetings from New Season Church with Apostle Dwayne Lewis. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Like I said, it's truly a blessing to stand before you tonight. So I just want to pray really quick as to know God. Thank you for this word tonight, Father God. As I decrease, Father God, and you increase in me, Father God, I pray that you will allow everything, Father God, that is spoken to flow, Father God. That it will push obedience and push each one of us into a healthier lifestyle, Father God, that is according to your word and your will, Father God. So I thank you and I give you praise in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. Hallelujah. So the title tonight is Spring Cleaning. Hallelujah. I just want to kind of use a subtitle change.
All right.
Hallelujah. When I was looking and studying and just going over spring cleaning, what is exactly a spring cleaning? So when I kind of Googled it, the definition in Webster, it says to clean all of a place.
Amen.
Especially your house.
All right.
You clean it very well, including the parts that you don't often or want to clean.
All right.
That's good, right?
Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of places in your home, hallelujah, or there's some places in your home you don't want to clean.
Amen.
There's some places within us, which we are the temple, we are the church, right?
Amen.
There's so many places in us that we don't want to go.
All right.
Hallelujah.
All right.
Hallelujah. So many places we don't want to clean. Hallelujah. So I was using the house as an example. And so when you decide to clean a room or a spring clean, hallelujah, or even part of a home, me and my kids, we put our winter clothes up in the tote. We put all our summer clothes in the drawer. Or we put our winter clothes and vice versa. So we switch and we swap. Okay, but right now those totes are just looking at us. We put them out there. They're in our rooms, but they're just looking at us.
All right.
So there's some places we just don't want to go right now, right?
Amen.
But it's necessary to go. Okay. When we're cleaning, we get cleaning supplies. We get tools. We get everything that we need to clean, and then we start the process. While we're cleaning, we determine where we want to keep, what we want to keep, what we want to throw away, and simply give away. How many of your piles is full of stuff you want to keep? My daughter raised her hand. She does. She wants to keep everything. Too little, too big, whatever. She wants to keep everything. She does. Typically, we start inside of a room. See, when we begin to clean, when we begin to clean our homes, ourselves, we must start on the inside and work our way out.
All right.
Some of us, we talk about self-care, we talk about so many different things. We want to start on the outside. I was telling the bishop here, I had to find something to wear. So I started on the outside.
Amen.
I gotta find something to wear. So I just got me a long dress, okay? But I started on the outside. But I should have started on the inside.
Amen.
Okay. When we start on the inside, that's when change comes. Which means we must examine our areas of ourselves. This will show you who you are, where you are in life, and where you are going. So if you started on the outside, you're not going anywhere. You're just covering up what's ugly or messy on the inside.
Amen.
Okay? Now, I know that this is hard because many of us don't want or is willing to own our stuff. Okay? So I told you that my totes, they're sitting in our rooms and we're looking at them. I'm owning that. But a lot of us don't want to own our stuff.
Amen.
So in order to be clean, in order to be spring clean and go in certain areas, you got to own some stuff.
Amen.
Okay?
Yes.
See, this leads us to, because when you don't own your stuff, it leads you to pretending and lying.
All right.
It leads you to faking.
Amen.
You know how they say,
Yes.
fake it till you make it?
Amen.
That ain't getting you nowhere. That is not getting you nowhere. You know, and it reminds me of social media, Facebook, Snapchat, whatever else is out there. You know, we post a lot of things on Facebook, but we post the glamorous things. We post the things that just has us looking cute and smiling and, you know, just doing whatever.
Amen.
But we don't post our ugly. Some of us do. Some of us post our ugly. But Facebook is basically, cheese. And we all ugly on the inside. Because when we go outside and we see the person, you just posted a post, and you in the store, you a hot mess. So we're just posting what looks good. Also, when we come in church, we have our Sunday best on. We smiling, we waving, we hugging. Again, we're crying for help on the inside.
Amen.
Okay?
Amen.
So stop faking it. Okay? Can you tell your neighbor to stop faking it?
Stop faking
Stop
it.
faking it. Stop
Stop
faking
faking
it.
it.
You know, I tell people all the time. You know how we say, oh, how you doing? And you say, good. It becomes like a cliche. Because I'm good, but you're really not good.
Amen.
All
You
right.
know, I've
All right.
learned to say, if I'm tired, but I am good.
Amen.
I have a headache, but I am
Good.
good.
Amen.
I'm good. So just be honest on your stuff. Okay. So the scripture, it comes from the foundation scripture is Psalms 51:10, but I'm gonna read through 12. And I have it on my tablet, but I also have it on in my Bible. But it says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from thy presence, and take not thy Holy Spirit from me. Restore unto me the joy of salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit." And that's the King James Version. See, church, when we decide to spring clean and we decide for that change to happen, we have to gain courage. Because it takes a lot of courage to heal, to be delivered, and to be set free.
Amen. Amen.
It takes a lot of courage for us to reach to God and say, help me. It takes a lot of courage for me to go to my sister and say, I need some help. It takes a lot of courage to go down to the food pantry and say, I need some food.
All right.
We have
All
to
right.
gain courage. See, David knew he needed to shift. You know, when there's spring cleaning and changing, that means there's a shift happening. Okay? So David knew that he had to shift. Because see, in verse 10 he says, "Create in me a clean heart, O God. Renew a right spirit within me."
All right.
See, David sinned. I might get this name wrong, but I believe it's Bathsheba. Yeah, he was getting around with her. He was getting around with her. And yeah, she was married. She was married. And yeah, I believe he murdered her husband. So David was messed up. He got stuck in a cycle that he knew that was not good at all.
All right.
That was not pleasing to God. He knew that. See, David came to grips that the sin was wrong.
Yes.
People knew the sin and brought shame to him and hurt and brought shame to the people.
All right.
Amen.
Brought shame to God.
Yes.
And he knew that. See, at this moment, David owned his stuff. He knew what he did, and he knew the only way that he could get help was looking to the hills.
Amen.
See, in order for you to be in position for healing, deliverance, set free, whatever you need from God, you have to be set up for change. Okay? So, I want to say, let God, what it say? Change me, oh God. Okay? Change me, oh God. Tamla Man sings it the best. Change me, oh God.
All right. All right.
Make me more like you.
All right. All right.
She sings it the best. Change me, oh God. How many of you are ready for change? We got to answer.
All right.
I'll just tell no story right now. We got 2 more days of revival. How many of you are ready to follow God? You ain't got to answer right now. How many of you are ready to let go of your selfish ways? How many of you are? You know, that's hard. That's hard to do. That's very hard to do. You know, I'm going to use my son for an example. So I can say, and this is just a random thing I would say, who threw that ball over there? And he would say, huh? I said, who threw that ball over there? It wasn't me.
That's it, that's it.
Eyes bucked and everything. Wasn't me. Did you hear the question? Did you understand the question? Who threw that ball over there? He never, almost never, owned his stuff. So instead of saying, I don't know who threw it, maybe Cedrona threw it. Okay, I did, Mom. I threw it. You know, instead of him owning his stuff, we standing here for 10 minutes going back and forth on who threw the ball across the room when it could have been settled in 2 seconds.
All right.
How many of us do that with God?
Yes, yes.
How many of us don't own our stuff? You know, reading and praying and just being obedient.
All right.
Doing the things that you're supposed to do in school. Doing the things that needs to be done in the church.
Come on now.
Doing the things that we should be outside doing. Building up God's kingdom. How many of you? See, it's important to see that owning our stuff is basically asking God to make, with David, I believe with David, it was important because he was asking God to make me over. So owning your stuff is very important. But David had a great example. He said, create in me a clean heart and renew in me a right spirit. He said it to me. He said it to God. He owned his stuff. I screwed up. I messed up. God, I need to be clean. I need to change because I got stuck. I liked it, but I got stuck. You know, a lot of things that we do that's out of place. A lot of things that we do are that don't line up. It feels good sometimes. You know, tell a little white lie. It feels good a little bit. It feels good a little bit. It's still a piece of candy out of the store. It feels good a little bit. But is it right? Is it right? No, it's not right. See, David needed God to do something in his life that no one else can do. David needed to get out of a cycle that he was stuck in. How many times have you went to God, your parents, your teachers, your leaders, your pastor, your friends, and wasn't really ready to make a change?
All right.
Wasn't really ready to make a change. But David was 100%. I'm ready.
All right.
I have things to do. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. David was ready.
Yes.
See, I believe God delivered David out of his mess because he gave God his all. Will you give God your all? Will you give him 100%? What's that song? 99.5 won't do? You know, you want to keep that 1%. You know, we do want to keep that. But God, if I just keep this for $1, you can have all of that. Now he said, give it all to me. Give it all to me. Give it all to me and I'll give you my all. See, you know that God, he cleansed David's heart. I can tell you, when God gets done with you, he will leave no sign of what was. So when we give God his all, he done wiped you clean. You are pure.
All right.
It's kind of like that Clorox that you use at home. And you spray that bathroom and all you smell is Clorox and everything is shining.
Amen.
You cleaned it.
All right.
It's pure.
Amen.
It's disinfected, what, 96%? 99%. It's clean. But God gets you 100%.
Yes.
God gets you 100%.
Thank you,
Amen.
Lord.
But you got to get out of the way. Can y'all say get out of the way?
Get out of the way.
You got to get out of the way.
Get out.
You got to get out of the way. When you give God your all, change and peace comes like never before. You know, even though you beat this person up over here, and it happened, you remember it. But God gives you peace when you go to Him.
Thank you, Lord.
He gives you peace.
Yes, He does.
He gives you the strength to keep moving.
All right.
He gives you the power to keep moving.
All right.
He gives you exactly what you need to
Thank
keep
you,
on
Lord.
keeping on.
Thank you, Lord.
See, when you ask God to cleanse you through and through, He will.
Yes,
There's
He
no
will.
residue. We discussed that. There's no residue. There's nothing left.
All right.
When someone tries to remind you, which happens, you ask God to change you, then they kind of remind you what happened yesterday.
Yes.
Then your mind is running, and the war is in your head.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I did that. I did that. You're mad at yourself. You're angry. You're down. But God said He wiped it clean. So when you wipe it away, when He wipes it away, that's what you stand on. So when somebody tries to remind you of what happened yesterday, you remind yourself what God told you.
Amen.
Which is, I will never leave you nor forsake you.
Thank you,
Cast all
All right,
your
all
cares.
right.
The battle does not belong to you, but it belongs to the Lord.
Amen.
Surely goodness and mercy shall follow you all the days of
All
your
right,
life.
all right.
Yeah.
You have no worries. You have no worries because God got you 100%.
All right, all right.
So this means that crazy stuff will follow you all the time. Crazy stuff. Just weird stuff. I was driving. I woke up Monday and I was feeling a certain kind of way. You know, sometimes we have those days. I didn't want to move. So I started my day from home. I made my calls, did what I needed to do. And then I went out and I saw my people. As soon as I seen my last person, well, my last before last person, I get on the interstate and my tire go bloop, 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 bloop. I'm like, what is this? I went out of balance. I didn't need to stop on brakes. I didn't need to do none of that. So I pulled over to see what the noise was. Of course, my tire blew, and it was in shreds. My husband was like, well, did you tear up the car? No, I just got over. I didn't need to do all that. I didn't hit nothing. Nothing hit me. Just had a blown out tire. So I sat there for 2 hours, waiting on roadside assistance. But in those 2 hours, I didn't woe is me about my tire. I just talked to God. I just talked to God. And simply He said, when you're consistent with me, I'll be consistent with you.
Amen. 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 Amen.
And I said, God, what are you talking? My tire is blown. I started laughing. I said, what? You know? And then I started singing, what a friend we have in Jesus.
All right, all right.
Oh, our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to have.
All right, all right.
Everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. And oh, what needless pains we bear. Oh, because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. And then I said, what did I just say? All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer.
Amen.
That's when we screw up, when we're doing good,
Yeah.
when the kids acting foolish,
All right.
Amen.
when you need to do something at church. That's everything. You can't find the right outfit. I changed 5 times on Monday. That's everything.
Amen.
Everything. I said, God, you're fine. Because my tie is still flat. And then T-Dot came. The tow truck came. He said, I can't fix your tire because I need to tow you off the road. I need a flat bed. So that means I gotta wait again. Oh, okay. 20, 30 more minutes. T-Dot comes behind me, 2 trucks. One put in front, one was behind me. They changed it in like 5 minutes. It was probably less than 5 minutes. He said, next time you call me. If it happens again, you call T-Dot. Call 862. Y'all write this down. 862. Roadside. is the book of Psalms. It's a book of prayers from David to God. We carry everything to God in prayer.
Amen.
What do you have to worry about?
All right.
You have nothing to worry about. There's so much peace, so much strength, so much help you will find. Just resting in Him. Just rest in Him. You be consistent with Him. He'll be consistent with you. Amen. Amen. So that leads me to the stay ins. Whenever you're going through anything, just like David did, he stayed in. I need you to stay in prayer, stay in the Word, and stay surrounded or with relationships that with people who truly support you.
Come on.
Stay in that.
Amen.
Because that's what's going to build you. That's what is going to hold you up. That's what's going to take you to the next level. That's going to keep you from falling out crying. That's going to keep you safe. That's going to keep you loved. It's going to keep you healed, keep you delivered, keep you free, keep you bold, keep you confident.
Amen.
I mean, I'm telling you, that's what keeps you. So young people, those are in school, those are not in school. Stay in. Stay in prayer.
Amen.
Stay in the Word. And stay surrounded with people who's going to truly support you.
Amen.
See, in verse 12, it says, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation, and uphold me with thy free spirit. Which means David realized he got stuck and he got comfortable in his mess. And sometimes we do that. We get comfortable, we get stuck, and we get comfortable. We do. Sometimes we do, we get stuck in a lifestyle of things that become complacent. We become, like I said, comfortable.
Yes.
But this is called self-awareness. I tell my children all the time, self-awareness. When you realize that you are getting too comfortable, you need to shift. So that's self-awareness, okay? So if your grades are not where they're supposed to be, they're below average, you need to shift, okay? When your life is full of chaos, you need to shift, okay? When you're not smelling so nice, you need to shift. If you're not eating like you're supposed to, at least 3 good meals a day, shift. Change that thing up, okay? Change that thing up. In Psalms 121, 1 and 2, I'm going to paraphrase, but it says, look to the hills, from which cometh my help. Y'all, we can't do this alone.
Amen.
You know, a lot of times I was talking to a lady trying to get my master's, trying to apply for my master's. And she was like, well, you know, how's your GPA and this and that? And she said, what are you going to do different this year? And I said, I'm going to ask for help. Because I did husband, I did children, I did school, I did work. I did dog. I have a dog. And I did it. I did it all. I kept doing what I was doing. Like I never stopped and said, okay, Calvin is my husband. Can you do this and this and this? Cedra and Monte, I need you to do this and this and this. I never did that. I never asked them for help. And I tried to do it all on my own. So I was weighed down, overwhelmed, and I was tired.
Come on.
All right.
When we try to take on everything, we get weighed down and we get tired.
Yes.
You don't want to move. You don't want to get out of bed. You don't want to talk to people. You don't even want to smile. So ask for help, okay? Who do you ask for help first? God.
Amen.
So seek ye first the kingdom. Seek Him first. Seek Him first.
Yes.
And He will send what you need.
Amen.
He will send everything that you need. So I want to encourage you to check your heart. How's your heart? Is it hard? Is it soft? Is it okay? Check your heart. Check your heart because it might need cleaning. Lean on God with everything that you have.
All right.
Yes.
Lean on God with everything that you have. Now I know that you have 2 more days of revival. So as I close, I just want to challenge you with this word tonight to examine yourself. and be honest with you and be honest with God. Set yourself up for change. Set yourself up for the cleansing that is needed. Set yourself up for what it needs to be pure.
All right.
Set yourself up, okay? Take this time and set yourself up. So when tomorrow you be on fire.
Amen.
You be ready.
Amen.
Because you're open.
Amen.
You're 100% open. You're ready for that change. You see, David pleaded for mercy, forgiveness, and cleansing. God simply wants our heart to be right with him.
Amen.
So we bottle down with a whole lot of stuff. I call it mess. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. How are you going to be right with God? How are you going to be that light that's needed when you go outside this door?
Mm-hmm.
How will you be if you're not? So I'm going to tell you that my heart, it was ugly back in the day.
Right.
You know, it was ugly back in the day. It was. It was. You know, when you don't heal from childhood stuff, when you don't heal from your teenage stuff, and then you got your grown stuff, all you did was just push it down. You stacked a whole bunch of stuff. Can I say crap? You stuffed a whole lot of crap on top of stuff that you didn't heal.
Amen. Amen.
I work at the mental health cooperative, and one of my consumers, she asked me, do you think the provider can give me something to help me just, because I'm not moving, I don't want to get up, I don't want to do anything, I just want to lay here. And I said, if I can be honest, outside of core, you want to heal it or you want to medicate it? And she said, I need to heal it, but I just can't. I said, do you want to heal it or do you want to medicate it? I said, now that's my answer. Now their answer is, I need you to talk to the provider. She can let you know if there's something available. Make an appointment. But do we want to heal it or do we want to medicate? Do we want to just keep stuffing crap on top of crap or do we want to heal it? Do we want to move forward? God wants us free.
Yes.
God wants us free. Free. All it requires is this book of life. That's all it requires. Obedience. And commandments. Following the grace of Jesus.
Yes.
That's what it requires. So I just want to tell you to stop being fake. Stop pretending. And set yourself up for change.
Amen.
Okay? Because when you clean in that room, when you're doing spring cleaning, you clean in that room, you're changing the room. You're putting something on the other side of the room. You're moving a carpet. You're moving the TV. You're moving something. Something in that room changes. Whether it's neater, cleaner, whatever it is, you're changing it.
All right.
And the verse says, change me, oh God.
Yes.
Change me, oh God. So I just want to encourage everybody that when you set yourself for change, you will walk better, you will talk better, you will look better. I'm just going to say you're going to get gooder and gooder. You're going to get good and gooder. Good and gooder. Okay? So set yourself up for change. And as I take my seat, I am telling you that there is power in the name of Jesus.
Yes.
So when you don't know how to move forward, you don't know how, when you get home, you're like, what did she say? Just call, if you don't remember nothing else, call on the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Hallelujah. Call on the name of Jesus. There is power in that name.
Yes.
There's healing in that name. There's deliverance in that name. There's confidence in that name. There's so much in that name.
Yes.
Call on the name of Jesus.
Jesus.
That's the last thing I told my consumer. I said, when you feel like you can't, you start calling on Jesus.
Amen.
Help me.
Yep.
Jesus. Help me. Jesus. Help me.
Yes.
Jesus. Help me. And I promise you, he will do it.
Yes, ma'am.
He will do it. When you give him all that, he don't have no choice but to do it.
Amen.
Just call on the name of Jesus.
Yes.
Just call on the name of Jesus. And if I could just sing a little bit. I just want to take this with you. Because He lives.
All right.
You can face not only tomorrow, but anything. Because Jesus lives. See, all fear is gone. Because I know who holds your future. See, life is worth living just because He lives.